So, dear Toastmasters, I'm here, pleasure to give an evaluation of Enca speech going viral. So to Enca and everybody here, what a speech. I was fascinated. I was so excited to listen to Enca's speech, as I know she's become the PR manager for Oxford Speakers. I was really interested to see what insight she was going to share with us on the public relationship. And oh my God, we were not disappointed. You had an amazing set of tips or learnings that you have, that you wanted to share with us about how to be effective in going viral or making our message go viral in social media. I'm going to split my evaluation into two parts, and I'm going to talk about the visual side. And secondly, I'm going to talk about the content. And for each, I'll give some highlight and some area for improvement. On the visual side, extremely professional. Enca, you've been practicing and making so good use of Zoom. I'll just give the colors, your red top against your green background, really powerful. The hands that fits within the screen, extremely professional. The addition of the slide is really nice. Again, make it very professional, and it draws in and it helps us to absorb the message. You kept these slides really simple, so you got some really best practice in terms of slides. A couple of things I would suggest on improving on the visual side. I think you should be aware about maybe helping the audience set up their screen so they can see both you and the slides, and maybe you could practice that. Now, I was able to, right at the beginning, to adjust both, so I could see you and I can add the slide in the corner, but I'm aware that others may not have that ability. And because you went straight into the speech, that maybe could have been a challenge for some of the audience today. On the slides, I would add the number, because you were talking, you had 4 tips. I was writing them down, but I was struggling to follow between the notes and what you were saying. So maybe you could just add 1, 2, 3, 4 on the slides. So that's on the content. On the visual. On the content, amazing structure, really well articulated. You had an amazing hook. You know, you talked about some personal challenges that you had, isolation, depression, and then you had a plan. And then this is how you went viral. So we were always hooked. Wow, how did she do it? What's the secret? And then you give us you said 4 tips, and then you broke it down and you built up the story. So the content was really well structured. However, small recommendation. And the final thing, sorry, is the COVID-19. The final point was the punchline. I did not expect that, I have to say, because I thought you were talking about your personal experience. But I would think this big punchline at the end, unfortunately, did not have the effect that you were expecting, I believe, because you moved too quickly. So honestly, you gave her that, and then that was the end of the speech. Honestly, you have such a powerful story here. You could make the conclusion extremely powerful by repeating the key messages. So help us through, reread what you were trying to say in the light of COVID-19. Because what I really did believe, you were going to talk about your personal experience, and that's not the case. But you could, if you did talk through the messages, I think that could be really interesting. We could digest it and we could see how it related to COVID-19. In short, very professional, extremely powerful, and you can hopefully take some of the suggestions for making it an even more inspiring speech next time. So now let me hand over to Matt Parker. Over